Hello everyone, this is Dr. Carolyn Maria, working as an assistant professor in Loyola College of Education, Chennai. The title of the course is Environmental Education. In this video lecture, we are going to focus on ecological intelligence and ecological sensitivity. Before going into the ecological intelligence and ecological sensitivity, let's first focus on what is environment. The word environment has been etymologically derived from a French word called environnement, which means around, roundabout, to encompass or to surround. Environment refers to the surroundings or conditions in which a person or an animal or a plant lives or operates. Anastasy said, environment is everything that affects an individual except his genes. P. Gisbert said, environment is anything immediately surrounding an object and exerting a direct influence on it. Let's see the types and components of environment. There are two types of environment, abiotic and biotic. Abiotic is also known as physical or natural environment. Biotic is also known as biological or organic environment. Abiotic environment includes the non-living components like land, water, air, and conditions of atmosphere. Biotic environment includes the living components like plants, which are called as flora, animals, which are called as fauna, and microorganisms such as bacteria and fungi. There are three components of environment. They are non-living components, living components, and energy components. Non-living components are medium, which are soil, water, air, and other non-living things. And climate is also called as a non-living component, which is a total experience of weather. Living components are the biotic components. They are plants and animals. Energy components include solar energy, which we derive from sun, geothermal energy, which we get from earth, hydroelectrical energy, which we get from water, nuclear energy or atomic energy. Let's see what is environmental awareness. Environmental awareness means being aware of the natural environment and making choices that benefit the earth rather than hurt it. Human beings have a moral obligation to protect the environment and promote the sustainable development of the planet Earth for future generations. Because if we take all the environmental resources for our greed, we may not leave anything for our future generation. So environmental awareness means making the individual conscious about the physical, biological, social, cultural aspects of the environment. What are the ways for protecting the environment? Using safe and non-toxic materials, conserving energy, water, recycling, and in a nutshell, we can say that following an eco-friendly lifestyle. Let's now focus on what is environmental attitude. Environmental attitude is the collection of beliefs and behavioral intentions a person holds regarding environmentally related activities or issues. There are three components of environmental attitude: cognitive component, affective component, and behavioral component. Cognitive component is based on the person's belief about the environment. Affective component based on person's feelings and values than the belief. Behavioral component based on observation of how one behaves towards the environment. Now the need of the hour is, because of unmindful human activities, the environment is degraded. Environmental degradation means overall lowering the quality of the environment. Now we are expected to repair the environment. How can we repair the environment? With the help of ecological intelligence and ecological sensitivity. Ecological intelligence and ecological sensitivity will help every person to protect the environment. Let's see what is ecological intelligence. Ecological intelligence term was first introduced by Daniel Goleman, who was an American psychologist very famous for his emotional intelligence book. He said that human beings do not have any sensors designed to warn themselves about the innumerable ways of how human activities cause damages to our planet Earth. He emphasized the need of ecological intelligence in human beings to understand the pain of the planet Earth and work together to protect the planet Earth for the continued survival of all the organisms. As he said in emotional intelligence, understanding the pain of another person is emotional intelligence. Like same way, understanding the pain of Mother Earth is called as ecological intelligence according to Daniel Goleman. He has given a definition of ecological intelligence in the year 2009. Ecological intelligence refers to humans' collective ability to understand the human impacts on ecosystem and to act in ways that improve them. M. Carolyn Maria, in her PhD thesis, she has given a definition of ecological intelligence in the year 2018. Ecological intelligence is a specific mental ability of an individual to understand the interconnectedness between the human beings and their environment, human activities and their impacts on environment, and to realize the strategies to protect the environment. Ecological intelligence refers to the comprehension on hidden ecological impacts and problem solving, combining cognitive skills and empathy on all life forms. The main aim of ecological intelligence are to develop the social and environmental responsibilities and awareness, to think critically, to pursue cooperative learning, and to bring about behavioral changes in long term. Ecological intelligence would be increased by giving inputs related to environment and environmental problems through environmental education. What are the dimensions of ecological intelligence? When a person is having an awareness about the natural resources, especially air, water, land, forests, minerals, and energy resources, and with regard to environmental pollutions and disasters, the pollution, air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution, soil pollution, radioactive pollution, light pollution, and solid waste pollution, and environmental problems like global warming, ozone layer depletion, acid rain, extinction of species. When a person has awareness about all these human impacts on environment, a person is said to be ecologically intelligent person. When a person has the understanding strategies of all these aspects, then that person is also to be called as ecologically intelligent person. The dimensions of ecological intelligence are environmental movement, Vaishnavi movement, Chipko movement, Silent Valley movement, Narmada Bachao Andolan movement, and environmental conferences and policies like Stockholm, Nairobi, Bertland, Rio Conference, Copenhagen Conference, and environmental protection and management strategies like different NGOs, different bodies, and pollution control boards, and different acts, and curriculum on environmental education, and use and technology of environmental protection and environmental ethics. So, when a person has awareness about all these dimensions, that person is said to be ecologically intelligent person. Let's focus on what is ecological sensitivity. Sensitivity means the ability of human beings to respond to affective changes in interpersonal environment. Creating a positive change in the behavior of people is essential to find out the solutions for environmental problems. These positive responses on human beings towards the protection of environment are considered to be ecological sensitivity. In 2018, M. Carolyn Maria has given a definition in her PhD thesis regarding ecological sensitivity. Ecological sensitivity is the mental disposition of an individual to deal effectively with the dynamic environment with empathy by taking initiatives to mitigate the environmental problems for sustainable development. To make it clear, let me explain to you. When you come across with a leaking tap, you feel pity on it and you say the other people that how the other people are irresponsible, they are not closing the tap. When you pass by, then you cannot claim that you have ecological sensitivity. Rather, if you take initiative to go and close the tap, then you can claim that you do have ecological sensitivity. Same way, when you see the lights on when there is no person, when you take an initiative to switch off the light, then that is said to be your ecological sensitivity. So, ecological sensitivity demands every person to have empathy as well as taking initiative to solve the environmental problems. What are the dimensions of ecological sensitivity? Environmental empathy to feel the pain of the earth and coming forward to reduce the pollution, that is pollution mitigation, and come forward to have ecologically sensitive person following eco-friendly lifestyle to save all the natural resources, having a sensitivity towards health issues to protect the health of every person and to avoid pollution and to have good waste management and to take initiative to protect the environment with regard to environmental conservation. When a person is having all these 6 dimensions, then the person is said to be an ecologically sensitive person. In a nutshell, ecological intelligence is related to cognitive domain and affective domain. Cognitive domain, the knowledge about the environmental problems and the understanding about the environmental problems. With regard to ecological sensitivity, it is related to affective domain and psychomotor domain, wherein a person has a very good understanding of environmental problems and a person takes initiative and become responsible to protect the environment, then that is called as ecological sensitivity. From this video lecture, let me give you a takeaway message. Avoid NIMBY syndrome. What do you mean by NIMBY syndrome? Not in my backyard. Many of us are worried about our backyard only and we don't mind dumping our trash in the street corner. Rather, we should take care of our environment, our surrounding, everything by avoiding the NIMBY syndrome. Let me propose 5 E's for you. Be ecologically smart while you are buying any electronic gadgets. Follow eco-friendly lifestyle. Go for e-communication rather than using paper. Use energy efficiently. Go for a very good e-waste management. You have heard about 3 R's: reduce, reuse and recycle. Let me propose 2 more R's for you: rethink and refuse. While buying anything, check whether it is all the more needed. Go for a rethink, and if you feel that that is not that very essential, you can refuse, by which you can reduce, reuse and recycle. These are the suggested reading books for your further clarification. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.